All right, welcome back for the next video in my marathon recording session. And for those of you who are new here, I'm Joe. I'm an attorney licensed in the state of Utah. And this, just like the last one, the sovereign citizen ranting in a shack, this one is going to get my blood pressure up because this is Joshua Lanto, broken system, broken trust, BSBT, his most recent court appearance in Taylor, Michigan, and uh, I'm not gonna cover him very often because, like I said, he gets my blood pressure up. He absolutely drives me nuts. But I like the way the judge talks to him today, so I'm going to cover it. And why, you may ask, does he get my blood pressure up more than some other sovereign citizens? Well, you may recall a couple videos ago, I discussed the three types of sovereign citizens, that the three general types. There's your fake gurus, the Mark Stevens, that I think most of them don't truly believe the nonsense they're peddling, but they're able to make money at it. Then there's your truly desperate. So those are, you've got so many traffic tickets that you're never going to get your license back. So you may as well try sovereign citizen. Or your kids were taken away, Child and Protective Services doesn't care what you have to say about it. So you may as well try sovereign citizen. You owe so much in back taxes that you're never going to dig yourself out of the hole and you can't discharge them in bankruptcy. So why not sovereign citizen? And then there's your true believer, that they actually do believe the nonsense. Well, I was thinking about it earlier today when I watched this. I don't think it was live, but I watched it on Law Talk with Mike, this court video with BSBT, and I think there's a fourth category, and I do think Josh also fits into the desperate category, where I don't think he believes it. He's not a true believer, but he doesn't have anything to lose. So why not? But I also think he's this new category of sovereign citizen nihilism, where he just wants to see the world burn. And like, at least that's the impression I get from watching his court videos, because he has to know that it's all nonsense. He's spoken with so many attorneys who tell him this is nonsense. He has a public defender tell him it's nonsense. Artie of Artie's Corporate Fiction has told him it's nonsense. Juan Galt has attempted so many times to get through to him, and Juan Galt is so much smarter than me and so much more experienced. And he was like he was an OG posse comitatus sovereign citizen back before he became a lawyer. So he can explain the origins. But Josh is clearly smarter. Paul Carroll, who doesn't have a channel, but he's constantly, he'll join panels on KFAR's channel. He'll be in the comments of every BSBT video and on Discord and trying to convince him that, so he knows it's nonsense. But he gets this perverse enjoyment. There's this glee in his voice when he's gumming up the works in court. So I just think it's nihilism. He's a sovereign nihilist. So with that, before we jump to the video, please like, share, subscribe, and try not to put your fist through your screen. Oh, he's awful. But let's jump into it. And this is from Old Squishy Gardener.
In the matter of People versus Joshua Lanto.
What's he smoking there in court? I didn't catch that the first time, but let's watch that beginning again. What's he smoking there?
In the matter of People versus Joshua Lanto. Mr. Lanto, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, counsel, you want to put your appearance on record?
Looks like Mr. Cooch left the room, Judge.
Is he anywhere to be seen?
This isn't unique to Josh, but I just want to point out, I love it. I absolutely love, even though Judge Slavin had, or I guess this is Judge Charon or Caron or whatever, but he's sitting at Judge Slavin's bench. So that might be why the camera angle is different. But I love that Judge Slavin has this Freemason book sitting on this bench, and just because sovereign citizens tend to buy into the Freemason conspiracies, and so I know he doesn't have it there to troll sovereign citizens, but I like to think that he does. So I love it.
Yeah, he came out and went back in.
Okay. Mr. Greco, it's been indicated to me that somebody.
What's Josh trying to show on his phone there? That like, it's inappropriate for starters, because this isn't an evidentiary hearing as far as I know, but even if it is, this isn't they're not taking testimony, no evidence. So, or is he just trying to intimidate the judge? But how? Or just show that he is recording? I don't get it.
He wants a 30-day adjournment on Mr. Lanto's case for discovery. Is that right?
I wasn't, that's fine with me, Judge, if that's what the request is.
Well, quick objection. The request was, why don't we just drop this right now?
Okay, Mr. Lanto, you understand that you're the one requesting that you be given 30 days to get discovery. It's not the
Well, the first thing I
prosecutor.
want.
You want a trial today? You want a trial today?
Well, I mean, I'd even be willing to, sign a guilty plea today if the court can just produce the factual evidence of jurisdiction. It should be.
Hey, it's the Mark Stevens script. I'll sign a confession today. I'll sign a guilty verdict. But you've got to show me factual evidence of jurisdiction. Well, that factual evidence of jurisdiction is within your ticket. Because it's going to say you were pulled over within the city of Taylor, Michigan. That's the factual evidence. Anything else is a legal conclusion. The fact that the laws apply to you is not a factual issue, it's a legal issue. Judges make legal conclusions, not juries. It's not a triable issue.
In my file somewhere. You know, I was asking for the same thing up in the Clarkston courthouse, and they sent me to the Oakland County Jail.
Mr. Lanto, I'm not gonna produce anything. I don't have to, I'm the judge. And as far as I know, the prosecutor can only produce what he wants to produce to convict. So,
Hey, it's almost like the prosecutor gets to present his case. He doesn't have to present the nonsense that you think he should present. Wow, imagine that. And can I just mention, like, Josh has always looked a little rough. He's got to lay off the drugs because he looks really like gaunt and just awful.
we're not doing that. Your attorney's asked for 30 days. Do you want the 30 days or do you want to go to trial today?
Well, let's see what the discovery evidence has to say. But first, you know, if they could, the very first thing out of there, they could send the factual evidence of jurisdiction. That would.
It was a binary question. It was, do you want a trial today or do you want a 30-day adjournment? It was A or B, and you're answering Zebulon.
Would be great. It should be a one-page document. If the prosecutor filed it, fantastic.
Mr. Lanto, you're talking crazy. I would suggest that you listen to your attorney.
And that's why, despite my aversion to Josh Lanto, I watched this video. Mr. Lanto, you're talking crazy. I like this judge. I like this judge. He's not pulling punches. You're talking nonsense. Stop.
Okay? I'm going to adjourn this matter on his motion for 30 days.
Did you
or
just
so.
say? Can you?
I haven't
clarify
send
something for me?
this to
Did
the
you just-
assignment clerk, Mr. Lanto. You're not listening. See, that's why you get in trouble, because you like to talk and you think you know it all and you don't listen.
I mean, he's had little squinty eyes this whole hearing, but that sure got his eyes wide. But it's the truth. It's the truth. He never shuts up. Every court hearing of his I've ever seen, he talks over the judge constantly. It's why he does say, spoiler alert, next hearing's in person. Josh isn't going to show up in person, but the judge does said it in person. There's a reason. It's hard to hold people in contempt if you can't cuff them and stuff them right there.
I'm going to adjourn your case for 30 days. I'm going to send the matter down to the assignment clerk. She'll send out a notice. Hopefully
Well,
your attorney will have the discovery that he wants by then, and we can handle your case. Okay?
Well, have you kind of calmed down a little bit?
Calm down, sweetie. Have you learned to keep your mouth shut? Have you learned to listen? Have you learned the decorum of court? No?
What did he say? No. You're all set.
It seems like
You
you were
leave the
getting
meeting.
angry. It seems like you were getting angry.
No, Mr. Lanto, you can leave the meeting. We'll see you in 30 days or so. Clerk will
Well,
send
and I
you a
just
notice.
Well, I just want the record to show I've asked these same questions in several courts and nobody has said I'm talking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no judge yet, but everyone else. You keep name dropping in these courts the names of YouTube attorneys that you've consulted, and they all tell you you're talking crazy. Stop it. Add my name to the list. You are talking crazy. Stop it.
Yeah.
That's the first time somebody said I've been anything but reasonable in a courtroom.
Huh. That's amazing.
Huh, right.
You're talking like you know all about the law, and it doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, then let me ask a few questions for clarification.
You don't need to ask any questions. We'll deal with it.
Hey, it's almost like the attorney who should have been doing all the talking this entire hearing exists. It's, or is he standby counsel? It's
In 30 days, Mr. Lanto.
Wait, we can't ask simple logical questions today?
Ask your
no, you don't get to question the judge.
attorney when you see him.
Like I said, I'd be willing to sign the guilty plea and just, be done with this if I just see the factual evidence of jurisdiction, number one. And then
That's why
number
we're
two,
asking for discovery.
okay, and then the proof of jurisdiction is going to be in there? Is that, I'm asking a simple logical question. It's either yes or no, the proof is going to be in there or not. It's very simple. It's very logical, actually.
Well, let's see.
Mr. Lanto, I think maybe you ought to come into court in person next time, and your attorney will be here in person, and we can talk about it. So when you get
And that way, when you overtalk the judge or ask him, have you calmed down yet, sweetie? They can easily give you time for contempt and execute the contempt sentence immediately. They don't have to put another warrant out for you. Isn't that fun?
that letter,
Well,
can I put on there that he's in person? I'm going to indicate to the assignment clerk that I want you here in person. You know where the courthouse is?
well, I feel like I'd be in danger if I came there. I'd be in danger.
No, you won't be in any danger. I'll assign a policeman to watch over you.
I love this judge. You'll have your own personal protection officer to take you into custody for contempt.
That's the
Chris,
scariest
will
thing
you
I could
watch
ever
over
hear.
him when he comes?
Absolutely.
That is the scariest thing I could ever hear. And that's coming from a very reasonable person.
Okay, we'll see you in person in about 30 days, whatever date the assignment clerk gives you. And you come into court and we'll take care of business, okay?
So what does it mean to take care of business and I got to come in person and you're going to assign a police officer to me and then you said I'm talking crazy?
No, you got it
Did I
reversed.
just recall what was said on the record? Did I just recall that correctly?
You said no, you said it in reverse. I said first that you're talking some crazy talk.
I love this judge. As odious as I find Josh Lanto, as terrible as I find listening to him is, I love this judge more than I dislike Josh Lanto.
Then I said, I'm going to adjourn it for 30 days. And then I said, because you're worried about it, that I'd have an officer watch over you while you're in court. We'll see you in 30 days. People versus William Vaughn. Mr. Vaughn here.
Yes, sir. I'm
Mr.
here.
Vaughn, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Counselor, you want to put your appearance on record?
Thank you, Robert Coots, on behalf of Mr. Vaughn.
Okay. but indicating you want to set this matter over for a jury trial. Is that right?
That is correct, Judge.
Okay.
He keeps waiting as if they haven't called the next case. But, oh man. Yeah. That was something. So, hopefully, there's no guarantee I'll cover it on my channel because, like I said, I can't stand listening to that smug moron. But I really hope, even if he shows up in person, that the video makes it online because it could be glorious, especially if he is held in contempt, which frankly he should be. Everything he does in court is contemptuous, so what you gonna do? But with that, thanks for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe, do all the fun YouTubey things. Blackmail your friends into doing the same, and I will see you very soon for the next one. Bye-bye.